Uh-oh. If you had me on Instagram and you saw my Instagram story last night, you would have already seen that I got a part from IAG. My very first part from IAG. As the people, if you don't know, who make like the closed deck blocks. They have like stage 1, 2, 3. They make a bunch of parts for Subarus, and they also make TGV deletes that are like CNC machined, or not like CNC machined, they are CNC machined, and they look so sick. I already unboxed them last night, but I decided I might as well do it on camera and give another update as far as how the Subaru is going, and I think you guys will be very impressed of how far we have come and how close we are to dropping it in. Let's just say she'll be back soon. Now, also what I want to do in this video is kind of compare and contrast the old TGVs to the new ones and just kind of spot the differences and show you why I actually got these over just running those. Some bolts, need those. And more bolts. Some gaskets, and I think these ones are extra because I also opted to get the 3mm spacer. It's like phononic or I don't know how to pronounce it. Little spacer. They have a 3 and an 8. You can run into some issues running the 8, so I decided to just opt for the 3. When you get TGVs, you get a discount if you want to add this on, so I thought, hey, might as well. It's supposed to like cool down like intake temps and raise the intake manifold up. Anyway, I don't know, I was like, why not? It's like another $30, so I went for it. That's what it looks like. Bada bing, bada boom. They're like turquoise. Alrighty, now for the good stuff. Boxed up. Very nice, very nice. See what's going down. Unfortunately, you won't get my first reaction because I already looked at them last night, but oh my god. I think I posted like a month ago a picture of these, but they were the gold ones, and the gold ones were just a little bit too much, and I think this and the color I decided for my block and for my intake manifold, which is at the powder coater, finally. I should be getting that back in a week or so, but this, with the color I chose, I think it's just going to work so well. It's going to look so sick. And if I ever decide to do like AN fittings for my fuel lines, which I'm really considering, changing to like a parallel fuel lines instead of like the series that comes with. Just if you get steel braided with the AN lines, like this will just look so good. Anyway, let's get some up close shots. Now that you guys kind of got an in-depth little look, give you a little walk around of these guys. So basically what we're looking at here is, this is what you'll be looking at once they are on the car. This is the way that they are put. Right here is the little hole for the injector. There's 1, 2 for the driver's side, and then 1, 2 for the passenger side. And what's going to go on top of here would be the intake manifold, obviously. So one gasket's going to go here, gasket's going to go here, and will be put right there. So this is just an extra intake manifold that I have. Mine is at the powder coater, like I said. Now let's look at some differences between the old Behemoth. It's so much heavier too. I'd be kind of interested to see how much lighter these are. And boom, there's the new one. Now you can really see why people do TGV deletes, not only when they don't have to, like why they still do it, is because look how restrictive these guys are. These little butterfly flap things. So it's controlled by this motor here, and it's open and closed, depending on, obviously the ECU is going to tell it what to do. And this one you could see, when I turned off my car last, this one's stuck open for whatever reason. It's in a stuck open position, but this one is closed. I'm not sure if like that's like a Subaru thing. They keep one open, one closed. I don't really know. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Now, just a side-by-side comparison, these are the same side. The injectors go here on this one. The injectors go here on this one. This is the driver's side, if I'm not mistaken. So just look how they're obviously going to be the same height, or they should be. but look at the difference as far as where the injector goes, how shallow that is, how clean cut it is, and look how deep that one is. Huge difference. And then obviously this isn't going to have where that sensor attaches on here, saving a bunch of weight, obviously going right there, shaving off all that metal. And you could see the bolt placement on this one, how they just cut out completely. Do not need any of this assembly, so don't need this super long bolt anymore. They just moved this hole here just to right there. And as far as the other side goes, obviously you deleted the entire motor, cut off so much of that metal as well, and just the weight difference is, it's ridiculous. Like this has to be like a quarter of the weight. I gotta get a scale, seriously. And of course, because they took away this long bolt, they did supply with all new hardware that is going to obviously work perfectly with these. And as far as these spacers go, the spacers are the brown part there, the little 3mm spacers. The spacer is what goes on the bottom. It will be the cylinder head where the intake ports are. Then you'll put this blue one, this little turquoise one here. Then you put the brown one, and then you put another turquoise one, and then you will put that. And then obviously another gasket here, and then you put your intake manifold, which, if only you guys knew the color, I will do a reveal very soon. Here's my old fuel pump. If you guys didn't watch that video, that's already done. Put the new Walbro 255 in. And here are my old camshafts, because the new ones are, of course, already going to be in the new heads. And what else do we got here that's new? I cleaned up the timing little covers. Got those all cleaned up, ready to go. Here's my old pickup. The new Killer B one should be going in really soon. Also, I have something very special in the works for an up pipe, because this old one, if you look at the diameter, is super small. I think it's an 1.75 or an 1.50. I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to a 2-inch, but I'm not going to buy anyone. I'm getting my friend to make me a custom one, but we're going to use stock flanges, but it's going to go from like the 1-inch 5 or 1-inch 7.5, whatever the stock is, to a 2-inch, because there's people that did a bunch of tests, and when they put a bigger up pipe, like a larger diameter, they see like a pretty significant amount more power up in like the higher RPM, so that's really what I want, so that's what we're doing. I cannot get over how sexy these things are. Oh my god. Power! These should be going on the intake manifold very, very soon once I get it back from the powder coat. Also, my up pipe should be done pretty soon, probably about a week or so. And then, as far as my headers, they're basically all ready to go, all cleaned up. And now it's just kind of all on me as far as getting my engine to my house and dropping it in the car. So if you guys haven't seen my Instagram story, or if you don't follow me, then you probably didn't see the fact that I am done with the heads, and I am done with the short block. I just need to put the heads on the short block, put the cams in, bolt everything down, then do like water pump, oil pickup, baffle. It's really just like all like the accessory stuff needs to get bolted on. No more like crazy measuring after I get all my lash down. Once that's good, that's basically the last thing that I measure. Then it's literally just putting everything together, wait till my inlet comes in, wait till my turbo comes in, and then we're gonna have new turbo, new up pipe, new literally everything, and my wallet's not happy, but I will be very happy once I am back on the road. Also, what I did today is I called my tuner to make sure that we are all good with getting me a base map sent out so that I can start putting miles in and then get the car actually tuned, because as you guys know, I will have a brand new engine and it's going to be at least like a 1,000-mile break-in. So once this thing is on the road and we have no leaks and we're all good to go, I'm literally going to drive it everywhere. So like I said, I called the tuner today, and he said the base map is getting made for me. They just wanted to double check on what intake I'm going to be using, and I thought I was going to just do the base map with the stock intake, but I decided why not. I'm going to go ahead and tell them to do a base map for a Cobb SF intake. I know a lot of people running it and every single time it is just like you hear the most insane turbo spool ever. So I'm going with the Cobb SF intake. I should be picking that up pretty soon here. They're not that expensive. I think it's like 150, 175 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that, and then it's really just all on me as far as getting my engine back together, putting it in, downloading the base map, and then we're good to go. So one thing I've kind of noticed with building a car in general, like to the extent that I have so far, is it's kind of hard to stay motivated, and just like all you're seeing is just like your bank account getting drained, and like all you do is just like think about your car being back on the road. But all I really have to do and think is just, once it's back on the road, all I could say is I learned this much from it, and I made it myself. I had really no help. I think it's just going to be like the most overwhelming feeling ever once it's like actually on the road and it's working. That's like all I'm really hoping for. And also just like watching a bunch of videos of cars that are being built and people just like their reactions once it's all done, like it's literally like all I'm waiting for. So in about 5 days or so, it will officially have been 5 months since the engine has been out of my car, and since it was the last day that I've driven it. It was November the 1st is when I took the engine out, and then obviously April 1st will be 5 months. So I think I'm making pretty good time, because really, like, I don't want to say my engine is done, but it's basically done. So I think 5 months is a pretty good turnaround time for just like working as much as I can and saving up all that money and just dumping it all in there. And yeah, I mean, at 5 months, I don't think it's a horrible turnaround time. I think my goal was like 6 to 8. I think originally that's what I said. So I just am beyond excited to have it back on the road and start making just a bunch of videos, because that's all I've been wanting to do. Because I think I post a video like once a week now instead of like 3 or 4 like I used to. So getting back on just regular videos will be super sick as well. I think that is it. I think that is all I have for this update video. Let me know what you guys think of the progress so far. Let me know what you think of the parts that I'm getting. If you have like a different intake that you guys run, or if you guys have a Cobb SF intake, what do you think about it? But either way, I think that's definitely the one I'm going with. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. I think the next one should be a good one. I have a special surprise in store for you guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.